What if I told you, one man hijacked a plane, took $200,000 and vanished into thin air, never to be found again? Who was he? How did he disappear? And why has this case haunted the FBI for over 50 years? November 24, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving. At Portland International Airport, passengers board Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 to Seattle. Air travel is a different world then. Relaxed, almost casual. Amidst the travelers, one man steps aboard. He's in his mid-40s wearing a dark business suit and a black tie. He looks calm, ordinary. At the ticket counter, he paid cash for a one-way ticket under the name Dan Cooper. A name that meant nothing at the time but would soon be etched into American folklore when the press misreported it, creating the legend of D.B. Cooper. On board, he takes his seat, orders a bourbon and soda, and calmly watches the rainy Pacific Northwest slide by. Nothing about his demeanor gives him away, but in just a few minutes he will become the mastermind behind the only unsolved hijacking in American history, launching an investigation that would span decades. Mid-flight, Cooper signals to a flight attendant, Florence Schaffner, and hands her a folded note. In an era where such advances were common, she assumes it's just another phone number and slips it into her purse, unread.
But Cooper leans closer. "Miss," he whispers, "you'd better read it. I have a bomb."
He then opens his briefcase just enough for her to see a terrifying glimpse of wires and red cylinders. The polite facade shatters. The hijacking of Flight 305 had begun. His demands? $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. The passengers? Completely unaware of the danger above them. The pilots inform the authorities. The FBI scrambles. Negotiations begin. Can you imagine sitting on that plane not knowing if you'll ever land? At Seattle-Tacoma Airport, the exchange happens. On the rain-swept tarmac, surrounded by FBI agents, Cooper releases the 36 passengers. Their relief is palpable, but for the remaining flight crew, the terror continues. He keeps them as his insurance policy. The money and parachutes are delivered, $200,000 in unmarked bills and 4 parachutes, one of which is a non-functional training model. With the ransom secured, the plane is refueled for a second flight with bizarre instructions: fly south, low and slow. The real mystery begins. The jet takes off, heading into a raging thunderstorm. Over the vast, unforgiving forests of Washington, a warning light flashes in the cockpit. Alone in the back, Cooper lowers the rear stairs into the violent, freezing gale, preparing for his exit. He straps the money to his body, and somewhere around 8:13 p.m., he jumps. Into the night, into history. He vanished into the howling abyss, leaving behind only a legend and one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of all time, never to be seen again. The FBI immediately launched one of the largest manhunts in its history, Norjack. Hundreds of agents scrambled under immense pressure. They had a fake name, a vague description, and a hijacker who had just vanished into the vast, stormy wilderness of the Pacific Northwest. A man had defied the government and disappeared. Ground troops and helicopters combed the dense, rain-soaked forests. The search area was enormous, and the conditions were brutal, but the wilderness held its secrets close. The exhaustive search turned up absolutely nothing. No body, no parachute, no briefcase full of cash. For years, the case went cold. Then, in 1980, a young boy digging on a riverbank found a decaying bundle of cash. The serial numbers matched, just under $6,000 of the ransom money. It was the only physical trace of Cooper ever found outside the plane, but this discovery only deepened the mystery. How did it get there? Was it a sign he perished, or a clue he left behind? With no body, speculation ran wild. Who was D.B. Cooper? The FBI believed he was an experienced paratrooper given his calm demeanor and knowledge of the aircraft. But many experts disagreed, arguing that jumping at night into a thunderstorm over rugged terrain was suicidal. They claimed his choice of equipment was flawed, suggesting he was an amateur who got lucky, or didn't. The FBI investigated over 1,000 suspects, but every lead was a dead end. In the public eye, he became a folk hero, a modern-day Robin Hood. The lack of answers allowed the legend to grow, transforming the hijacker into an icon of rebellion. In 2016, after 45 years, the FBI officially closed the active investigation, conceding the mystery would likely never be solved. The man in the dark suit remains a ghost, his identity and fate lost to the winds of that November night. So, what do you think happened? Did he pull off the perfect crime and survive? Or did the unforgiving wilderness claim him, his body and the money still hidden somewhere in the vast expanse? The possibilities are endless. We want to know what you believe. Leave your theory in the comments, and if you love mysterious unsolved cases, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.